Hello and welcome to today's video. You might remember a few months back I launched a video where I crashed my car full speed into my son's foot. That was actually a speed test where I was trying to reach 100 kilometers an hour. It took me a whole afternoon yesterday to put this car back together and get it running again. Today I took it out to see if I could clock its top speed for the second time. I started out in this ideal location. These netball courts are perfect for getting this car up to speed with plenty of room for stopping. When I first arrived there was nobody here, but by the time I had managed to tune the sensitivity of my steering, there was kids everywhere. Instead I moved over to another athletics field. This one's a little bit less hospitable to remote control cars, but I thought I'd get a good run out of it anyway. Spent a few runs up and down warming up the tyres. Once I'd done that, then I started to do a couple of speed runs. That little bump that I just went over there, that may come back to haunt me later. The tyres I'm using on this car right now to do this speed run are racing tyres. The problem I have with them is with my battery being mounted so high, this car has a high centre of gravity, and so if you turn too fast, the car will just tip over. One thing that's interesting watching the telemetry on this GoPro is that spike in G-forces is quite high on this car. Hitting bumps can often send it over 8 to 10 Gs, which is an incredible amount of force. And when you see that, it's no surprise that the car comes out quite bent after a good crash. In fact, it's probably more of a surprise that it doesn't come out worse. As you can see, I've managed to get my car up to almost 100 kilometers an hour, and I think with a longer track with less bumps, the 100 k's an hour mark would have definitely been beaten today. Now get ready for this, because coming up is just about the biggest crash I've ever managed to record. I wish I could have captured the crash from the side as well, so you could have seen how high the GoPro launched in the air and how many cartwheels my car did. Well, that one actually cost me. I've broken a drag link. I think it's worth a slow motion. There's a couple of frames in this video that read extremely high G forces. I find them hard to believe, but if it's true that this camera actually went through up to 53 Gs, then that's absolutely incredible for the camera to be able to go through that and still continue working. Thanks for joining me today as I speedrun and crashed my GT Falcon RC Kyosho. I'd like to invite you to help decide what my next recording is going to be. So the first option is for me to take you for an on-road adventure where I'll hop into my LX570 and drive through some beautiful place in Victoria. Or alternatively, option 2 is to have a detailed talk about my ZB Fairlane, where I'll go over the ins and outs of what I really love about that car. Please feel free to put a comment there, or I'm going to put a poll in the top of your screen so that you can cast a vote on that. Whatever you input, that's going to help me to shape the next video on my channel. I'm looking forward to see what option you choose and then creating the content that you've asked for. Until next time, see you later.